It's time to tear up a 900-gallon aquarium, folks. So, biggest tank I've ever done, coming at you.
What's up, fish tank people? Dustin's Fish Tanks bringing it to you, talking about a 900-gallon aquarium. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. In last week's video, we talked about the substrate, the lighting, and the filtration. In this week's video, we're gonna talk about the hardscape, the rocks, the structure in this 900-gallon aquarium. We're gonna talk about where these rocks are from. We're gonna talk about my own internal fountains of inspiration for this. We're gonna talk about the people who taught me how to hardscape. We're also gonna talk about my design goals, and Santa Claus is going to make an appearance as well. I wanna talk about the goal of this aquarium. This is the Mekong Tank. This is not some freestyle Dustin aquascape. This is meant to imitate as best as we can the plants and the look of the Mekong River. The Mekong River is the 12th largest river in the world. It is the number 7th largest river in Asia, and it runs through Laos, Thailand, part of China, along the border of Asia and India as well. There are a ridiculous amount of aquarium species from the Mekong River. So if you hit the subscribe button, you will get that next video when I talk about the plants for this aquarium. But now we're talking about the hardscape of the Mekong River. And one of the things that excites me about the Mekong River is the cliffs, the mountains, the tension, if you will, that surrounds the river. You can see these photos of how the Mekong River has sheer cliffs on either side. However, personally, having not been there, I have to pull from a different source of inspiration. And somebody asked me, what is my source of inspiration for this tank? And I will tell you. If you look closely, you can see it in every one of my aquariums. You can see it in this aquarium, you can see it in this aquarium, and you can see it in this aquarium. My source of inspiration for a large number of my aquariums is the Red River Gorge. I'm gonna quote the father of modern aquascaping, may he rest in peace, Mr. Takashi Amano, when he says, creating nature is the ultimate luxury. I studied the Mekong River photos, and I've spent plenty of time and every birthday for about the past 6 years in the Red River Gorge. The gorge is a healing place for me. It's where I go to unplug, unwind, and reconnect myself with a higher power, with Mother Nature. And I challenge every single one of you to get outside and go for a hike. I also got lost there one time and had to spend the night because rule 1 is you don't hike at the gorge, but that's another story. But this is not a happy time for Dustin. This is not an easy time. This is not a tranquil and zen time. This is a hard time for me. While this is going on, simultaneously, as I'm set to set up an aquarium at the Newport Aquarium, I also finally get the building started to be erected. I got so much going on, I don't even have time to enjoy it. But there is a silver lining to this story. In fact, I got to do a little bit of stress relief in the construction of the 900-gallon. The Mekong River has big high cliff faces. The Red River Gorge has big high cliff faces. Your boy Dustin has 1,200 pounds of beautiful rock, a sledgehammer, and a whole bunch of stress. It's time to make some cliffs.
This is a nice one. You can make this one stick out.
And some people were kind enough to point out I should have been using a pick or some sort of a chisel instead of using a blunt handled sledgehammer. We actually broke the sledgehammer during this. I was having so much fun. Hindsight's 2020.
Uglies on bottom. Bottom, bottom, top, 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 bottom, bottom if I can get it in. You want these on the top because they got the character. They just have a powerful look to them. The rub is that I gotta get them up high. And I really want them about this high, and I don't know how I'm gonna get them that high.
What do you think about my form with that sledgehammer there, huh? Drop me a comment on that. You know how often I actually use a sledgehammer? The answer, not enough. What's our goal with the rocks? Simple. We wanna look at the face, we wanna look at the character of these rocks. We want 3 piles, and I learned this straight from my man Oliver Canott. You should go check out his YouTube channel as well. I'll link it up in the comments. We want 3 piles of rocks. We want the large pile, the medium pile, and the small pile. But with this aquarium, the large rocks have to be really large rocks in order to keep the scale. Obviously, this was being done around Christmas time. The Newport Aquarium is known for their Scuba Santa. Kids can tell the Scuba Santa what they want for Christmas. How about Scaping Santa? That's right, as I was packing to go up here, my neighbor walked by and asked me what I was doing. I said, I'm about to go set up a 900 at the Newport. She goes, I hope you're doing it in a Santa suit. Bring correct, lady. I actually was able to find a Santa suit from one of my mentors in less than 12 hours prior to doing this hardscape.
Give it some height. That flat ledge right there will help me achieve that. We're gonna go another something big into here, maybe even off the back corner to kind of pull you back a little more. And then I'm gonna do some sort of tension with the driftwood. I've got insane driftwood for this. And then in here, I really wanted to, I didn't do it yet, I wanted to build a layer to that, and I didn't do that. But we'll get that higher up. If you're looking at this in thirds, I don't like being in the bottom third here. I want to be up in the second, third.
Note, I learned this from both the hardscape master, Mr. Kevin Kelly from Broken Hardscapes, and Oliver Kanat. I like to bring my aquariums up into the upper third. You can see it being done successfully in this tank where I come up out of the tank. You can also see it done in this tank, and in this tank you want to be above that 3/4 to a third line. I think it gives you more stuff, as well as use of the negative space. Not going all the way to the top, but giving a little space in between. And we're going to show you the negative space in a second here. You don't see the folks from the Newport Aquarium standing behind here, but actually Sam, Michelle, and Jeff, 3 people were helping me, handing me stuff as I asked for it. I need skinny sticks, I need fat sticks, hand me all the big driftwood, hand me a bunch of little rocks, etc. They were super helpful, passing everything over to me so I didn't have to keep getting out of it. It was a nice little flow I had going here. On the gravel behind the scene. This is just how you walk out. My turtles right here, but I roll out, and I've been having a good time, and they've been super helpful with the resources. Like, everybody's available. I've got people to help me, so it's been a lot of fun. But over here, I want to show how we got the gravel up in here, because we took the gravel, and you can see in the other clips, this wasn't here last night. I did this off camera, but I wanted to raise this up. So visually you'd come in right here at the level. Now you don't want to go too high because then you get algae and stuff and it's hard to clean. But I wanted to raise this level up and make sure that it's there. And actually, that's the level I'm going to start. But then if you look at it, I actually wanted to start immediately coming up. So I'm going to add more gravel, probably another 50 pounds on top of that, like that. We're going to add more gravel, then we're going to start filling. So, and I've been climbing in and out of that little hole right there. There are no concerns with water at this point. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm actually gonna take the old shoes off and hop up in there. And they're gonna fill through here, I guess. Top down look. Not bad. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I never get an actual human response on YouTube. That just made my day. See you getting choked up. First fill. They have resources. Look at this giant like water flow coming in here. I was in here a minute ago. There's no big major dirt like explosions, which I was concerned about. It goes up slightly here, which was the goal. Now it's gonna be golf ball size for days. So I'm just gonna take a bunch of that size rock and pop them up there. So that'll be fun. I'm gonna leave that little hole there, because why not? Once it got wet, it got real. Like once I started seeing it get dark,
We still need some vertical height with the big boy in the back, but we can get there, and that'll help hold that down too. So I'm gonna let it fill and then drop it, and then we're gonna go plants here in a little bit.
Hit that subscribe button and check out part 3 when we show you the plants. Tank off.